Good morning. The sun's coming up. I heard a couple of spatters of rain on my tent, so I decided to get up before it started raining. And then I got up, and I'm not quite sure where those spatters came from, but anyway, there is the sun coming up. Good morning and welcome to day 16 of the Heysen Trail. I camped down there. Oop, kangaroo number 1. Bouncing on the hill. You see the head bouncing. Okay. Right, so yesterday, boring. It really was. It started off following a creek, long grass, wet, yuck. Then up onto a ridge line, or on a track for a tiny bit, onto a ridge line, long grass, wet, yuck. Then down to a beautiful old hut, and then it was roads, the rest of it, some farm tracks. Had a bit of a break following along a creek for a while in long grass. Yeah, lots of bobtail lizards out yesterday, which is really interesting. And then more long grass, a few fence lines, and then roads, and now we are following along the canalway. It is 10 kilometres to get to Spalding, where I am going to have a coffee and then continue on. So hopefully today's a bit more interesting than yesterday. Nothing yesterday was really interesting. Oh, apart from the snake that surprised me as I was talking to the camera. That was exciting. But apart from that, yeah, this is just blah. That's alright. I knew this middle section was going to be boring. So that's part of this trail. It's deer. I thought they were a strange size for sheep. Well ahead on the track. Wow, interesting. As you can see, they're quite far ahead. Bet you the farmer's happy about them crushing his crops. I thought I might finally have a morning where I keep my feet dry, and the track's been a little overgrown but not too bad. But now this. So my feet are damp but not totally wet, but going through this they're now going to get soaked because once again there was a heavy dew last night. Oh, exciting, we get to change which side of the canal we're on. Oh, that's exciting. Still an overgrown track. Yep. Still overgrown. And if you're wondering why there's these marks on the top and the bottom corner of the shot, it's because back at around 200k I dropped the camera, and it affects the viewfinder closure. So every now and again it doesn't close all the way back, and I have to manually change it back so that it looks like that. Alright, what I was going to do is, yeah, there's sort of the scenery, it's okay. There's some rolling hills, there's some trees, and there's a lot of grass and some crops. Got crops both sides. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Not overly interesting. Pretty common bird, but I'm desperate for anything. Just need some stimulation, and even if it's looking at a common bird, that'll do. There's so many of these along the trail that I can't avoid them, and they make this crunching noise as you stand on them. It's awful. Yuck. Yeah, the grass is quite high here at the moment. Sort of coming up to shoulder height. And it's got wet as well, so my shorts are starting to get wet. Yeah. Right, out. The road's just here, and what do they want us to do? They want us to walk across that super long grass. No, I refuse. I know we're just going across and then we're disappearing out that way somewhere, so I'm just gonna walk along the road till we get to that part. I've had enough. So there you go, it's 100 metres where I walk the road instead of the trail. And it says turn here. So, not sure why. Alright, and here, and along. Okay, we are back beside the canal again. Long way down. Woohoo! Both legs are hurting at the moment. That same spot, that tendon, going up there on both legs. So I'll see if Spalding Hotel has a vacancy for tonight. It's a Saturday, so they probably won't. If they do, then I'll stop there and just have a really short day. Get a bit more rest before continuing on. If not, I continue on. I'm walking pretty slowly. It's frustrating because all these roads and trails like this, which are boring, I'd like to just walk fast and get past them all, but with this tendon issue I can't, so I have to plod slowly through the boring landscapes. By the way, it's just about to start raining. Why not rain? Just to add to it. As you can tell, I'm not overly enthused with the trail at the moment. Yeah, usually when I'm through hiking, I wake up in the morning, I'm looking forward to what the day brings. This trail, I'm just cringing, thinking how bad is it going to be today. But I'm stubborn, and that's why I'm going to keep walking. There's bound to be some nice bits ahead. Right. I think that's the end of the pipeline now. It's a couple of 2k left to get to Spalding. Oh, what do we got? 1.8 kilometres down the road. Okay, so we're not on the road. We go down the fence line and then we're following the creek all the way into town. Yay! More long grass. There's the very faintest of tracks going through, but pretty overgrown. I arrived in town, I tried out the general store and had lunch, and then I managed to get a room at the Spalding Hotel. The hosts were absolutely lovely. I rested for the afternoon, and then the next day was forecast to be horrible rain, and I decided to take a zero to give my legs one more day to recover. So I spent the day doing cleaning my gear, doing some maintenance, and eating lots.